the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were inches away from the playoffs, and they still have to wait with the development. And I think if they stick with their roster, I think they can easily make the playoffs. But at the same time, though, I still look at their team. They still need additions. I think depth at wide receiver is an important one. I think they actually should keep Vincent Jackson. He hasn't really acted too much of an asshat lately. And also, it wouldn't really hurt to have a guy there that's been there for a while and all that. And there's some red zone targets that they could look at. Maybe if Brandon Marshall's on the market, so they could possibly trade for that if it comes at option. But you should probably stick with Vincent Jackson. And then when it comes to even your third wide receiver, I look at Cordero Patterson as a potential option. Well, first things first, he's a kickoff returner, and usually if you put kickoff returners in the slot, they usually do a pretty good job of it. Not saying it's guaranteed, but Cordero Patterson will have a similar role to what Ted Ginn was for the Carolina Panthers. I think that can definitely be good. And when it comes to tight ends, Cameron Brate, very good tight end right there. And maybe for a second tight end, just have a blocker there just in case. And when it comes to O-line, overall, when it comes to it, it's really the interior line that they should focus on. And I know Logan Mankins is old, and hell, he might not even be on the team anymore. Obviously, center, right guard, and all that. Focus on the interior line so you're just not getting pressured up the middle. And once again, when it comes to the running backs, Doug Martin is a very good running back, and I would like to see him how he progresses in the passing game. He's not a terrible passing game figure, but I would definitely maybe look for a backup receiving back. Bly Powell might be on the market. That could be a good one. Dion Lewis might be on the market. So try to think of receiving backs right there. Now, when it comes to the defensive field, obviously they drafted a lot of young secondary guys, and they do have some older guys there. So it's a kind of a bargain bit kind of team. There's no guys really in their prime or anything. And on secondary, I don't see too many guys they could invest in. I mean, maybe Duron Harmon, possibly. And I think they're going to get a cornerback. It's possibly by trade or just defensive back in general. And when it comes to linebackers, they could stack up the linebacking core. They could also look at stacking up the D-line possibly. I think that would be awesome if you had Gerald McCoy and then have some other guys around. I know you signed Robert Ayers, but you never know. Stacked D-lines can either really work out well. They have. I mean, it's just the truth. Sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do. It's kind of a gamble there. And I definitely think of their team, it's a good roster, and they just leave it the same, they will probably make the playoffs, because I'm not sure what the Falcons will be next year. I think the Panthers would be competitive, and the Saints, I don't think they're going to do much, and they have to make a splash in free agency. So I do think I do have a lot of optimism with the Buccaneers, especially with Jameis Winston with his great leadership. But since it's really Jameis Winston that really made that team get to the next level, I definitely think maybe getting a backup quarterback just in case if something gets iffy and all that. And there might be some okay quarterbacks in the market that can maybe win you a few games here and there, and should definitely look into. Maybe getting Blaine Gabbert. I know Blaine Gabbert sucks, but just get a guy in there and potentially look at maybe trading for like Ryan Mallett or something. Because just in case if Jameis Winston's going to get injured, because he can hold on to the ball for a while and he could get hurt, and that would be devastating to the Buccaneers. So if I'm the Buccaneers, improve the depth of your team, and your team will have more than enough to make the playoffs.